Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, we're out here at the Avon Park Field. This is the Hobby King's the seller. DURAFLY is the brand, and this is the DURAFLY Tundra V3 or V2. I think it's the V2. I don't know. It's one of them. It's the V something. It is the V3. Hey, okay. They've had a couple. Anyways, it's the V3. All right, we're going to take it up. Got a 2600 4S HRB in there. Got the vortex generator. She got lights. She got flaps. She got all kinds of attitude. Take her up and have some fun. Now here it is, July 25. She's not available right now, but it's a very popular plane. And you know, we do have Christmas coming up, and so you know it's going to be back in stock. Right, left, up, down, right, left. All right, and we got my son Gabriel's on the camp filming for us now. He's going to be helping out with us and doing some of the filming when Camera Precious, we're not replacing Camera Precious. It's just when she can't film, Gabe's going to be a pitch hitter. So, all right, let's take it up and have some fun. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Got flaps.
Flaps up.
Some of this plane also has.
Braking.
Also has reverse thrust, which is kind of cool. All right, wind is coming out that way. We're going to take it straight up. Snap roll. Well, maybe not. Hold on.
AS3X mode.
There we go. I was going to say, I knew I could snap roll. I guess I had it in safe there at first. I mean, I got an AR630 antennaless Spectrum receiver in there.
Time remaining 8 minutes.
All right, we're going to take it up. Tail slide. Straight down the runway. Straight up. Up to, I think, 93 mile an hour before, which is pretty darn quick. But that was in a hard dive with a high voltage battery. So. We'll touch and go there. All right. We'll bring it right back at us. Take it up, snap roll.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
So you can see this plane is more than capable, but doesn't mean that you have to fly around like a drunken sailor all the time. All right, let's slow it down. Let's do some nice calm Sunday afternoon flying on Monday afternoon. All
Landing
right.
flaps.
Put our flaps in, turn it back towards us. All right. Let's bring her in nice and slow, nice and purty, flying along. Just enjoying how pretty this little plane can be, how good it can fly. Turn back towards the runway, or towards the highway. All right. I got a little bit of uprise with the down flaps all the way, but that's all right. I don't care. I can handle that. Let's get her turned around here.
Time remaining 6 minutes.
Let's get her landed. Just going to do a short little flight, nothing fancy. There, kind of walk the dog a little bit. A little touch and go. All right.
Flaps up.
Let's turn that around. Let's walk the dog again without the flaps this time. In other words, we'll do the same thing, just a lot faster. Basically, walking the dog is just an extended touch and go. If I can get into it. There. Oh, now that's not good. This fat guy has to go out for. Keep the transmitter away from you. The grass has a bog. It's real wet out here. All right, make sure I didn't damage my prop. Okay. Doesn't look broke or anything, but one thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to give myself a prop test. Okay, I stand behind it, and what I'm looking for is I'm going to turn that prop about half speed, and I'm looking for variations as it moves. She's rock solid, she's good. All right. That was just me trying something and not doing a very good job of it. All right. Let me get back to you. I'll probably fast forward as I walk back. Man, is it hot! All right, Florida, our preheating for the oven is done. I think the turkey's ready to be basted and cooked. All right. There we go. Take it up.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
Anyways, like I was saying, if you're looking for a good, all-around, great flying, more than capable trainer type plane that will grow with you, this is another great choice. This is another great choice. There's a lot of good choices out there, but this is a good one. I guess I'm not going to land. All right. And folks, you're saying, well, you know what? You probably could have edited out your mistake. No, I don't edit out mistakes like that. I want to show those mistakes. Because let me tell you something, folks, when it comes to RC planes, you'll learn 10 times more from a mistake than you ever will from something successful. All right, full up elevator. All right, we're going to use flaps, takeoff flaps. We're going to show you how quickly I can get up out of that rough there. What's that, 10 feet, 5 feet, something like that? And that's just takeoff flaps. Let's try doing that. Let's try doing that with full flaps.
Landing flaps.
Okay, landing flaps, full flap, big old barn door flaps hanging down there. There, it kind of bounced down. All right, now you're looking, we're into the wind, flaps are all the way down, and I'm going to gun it and get in the air just as quick as possible. What's that? 2 feet, 3 feet? Barely that. All right, landing flaps are in. Let's go ahead and land it. Let's end the flight because I am cooking and I know my poor son is cooking too. Let's get out of the sun for a little bit.
It's a little hot out here.
A little warm, a little warm. And that, folks, is how you're supposed to land the Tundra. Pilot didn't even spill his beer on that one. Of course, if you realize, oh, you want to back into the parking spot, let's go down here and back into that parking spot down there. There we go.
Cruise mode. Flaps up.
All right. Yeah, he decided he's in the wrong parking spot.
Well, that beer's talking to him.
Yeah, well, you know, hey.
Prop secured.
Okay. 3 minutes left on the timer, but I'm cooking and I'm still a fat guy, so we're gonna go under the cover and we're gonna look at the rates underneath the cover. Now, it might be a little dark looking at me of the rates, but folks, I'm sorry. I'm getting out, I'm getting out of the sun. All right. Son, if you'll stand down there by the table. Yep. All right. Throttle cut is on. Like I said, the timer was set for 8.5 minutes. Got 3 minutes, so we flew for a solid 5.5 minutes. Let me show you battery placement real quick. I've got a 2600 4S, basically all the way forward. Got that okay? Okay. To give me good CG, let me put the hatchback on, because believe it or not, that actually does affect the CG. CG on the plane, or center of gravity, is 50 to 60 millimeters back from the leading edge root, which basically where the strut attaches is in the 55 point at the very middle. So if you put your fingers right on where that strut's attached, what you're looking for is that to be level and kind of, see how it's kind of slow, slightly favoring nose heavy? That is absolutely perfect right there. But a high wing is usually a little more forgiving when it comes to CG, but this one just favors nose heavy, and that is perfect right there for center of gravity. All right, let's talk about our rates. Oh, real quick, that battery or the receiver is an AR630. You got that okay? And it's right back there. I just got Gorilla taped in, two-side Gorilla tape. Talk about our flying rates, then we'll talk about AS3X settings. All right, like I said, the timer was set for 8.5 minutes, flew for a full 5. Flying rates is my high rates. Ailerons are 100%, 30% expo. Elevator, 100%, 30% expo. And rudder, 100%, 30% expo. My flaps, okay? Flap, now there is a mix, okay? Flaps up, like this, is a negative 100% on spectrum. Takeoff flaps are negative 50 with a 15% down elevator mix. Landing is a positive 50% with a 25% down elevator. Take a look at this elevator as I put the flaps up and down. You can see that elevator move with that mix. Okay, and that's on a 2-second deployment. All right, let's go over the AS3X settings. All right. Gains are set at, actually at 2x sensitivity. I don't know, didn't even realize I had that. Roll at 40, pitch at 50, yaw at 60. Okay? My priority, all at 160. This is an older AR630. I don't have it updated yet, so I don't have release rate and stop lock. Priority is all at 160, so I'm really very aggressive settings for this. I need to put the gain sensitivity back to 1. That's actually too much, way too much. So, and I had the roller down to half. Plane's got lights, she's got flaps, she's got more than enough attitude. The only thing I've only done 2 mods to this plane. I've given her a clear coat of mid-wax polyacrylic, and I've taken the stock tires off and put on, these are actually the same wheels that come on an E-Flight Timber, a 1.5 meter Timber. These are the exact same wheels. You just unscrew the hub, slide the wheel on, screw the hub back on, and you change out the wheels. There is nothing wrong with the stock wheels. There's nothing wrong. It's just they're much harder, okay, and there's a little more bounce. It's got good suspension, but it gives you a little, it's just a little bit softer of a wheel. That's all. Same, pretty much the same dimensions and everything, and they're light just like the stock wheels. And the stock wheels have really cool DURAFLY Tundra white lettering on the side, whereas these don't have that. But they're softer and they have a little more give. That's my only real gripe with this plane. Other than that, it's a great, great second or third plane. It really is. Well, folks, there you go. That's the DURAFLY Tundra V3. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. That's Gabriel on the cameras. And thank God bless y'all. Y'all have a good, and don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, God is good. And that's the DURAFLY Tundra from Hobby King. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. On the Tundra, I don't remember if I told you how much was left in the battery after full 5 minutes of flying, but I had 40% left on the 4S 2600 HRB that has a 60C. I don't know if I told you that. 40% left, so I'll add that. Bye, y'all.